Welcome back to Crypto Atlas, your daily source for crypto whale alerts, crypto market news, as well as DeFi gems. And in today's video, we've got several crazy things to talk about. This is going to include nearly $1 billion that's been moved in Bitcoin from one wallet to another. We've also got an update on that big whale that was shorting Bitcoin. And on top of that, we've got another whale that started shorting Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and dive into it. A huge 8,707 Bitcoin just moved. This is worth around $971 million. Both the sender and receiver wallets are completely unknown, which is definitely raising eyebrows. So there's no exchange tags, no prior history, just a quiet $1 billion shuffle on the Bitcoin network. And when whales move this much, it's usually one of three things: a massive cold storage reshuffle, a behind-the-scenes, over-the-counter settlement, or some kind of custodial migration where institutions move funds between vaults. The clean BECH32 address format also hints this could be part of a security upgrade, maybe new multi-sig wallets or key rotation, but here's the catch. If this wallet starts sending smaller chunks towards exchanges in the next few days, that could mean sell pressure is coming. If it just sits still, it's likely treasury maintenance, which is totally neutral for price. Either way, $1 billion move like this shows how active deep liquidity players are right now. Quiet on social media, but it's very loud on chain. And just when the dust settles, guess what? Another giant splash. This one is just under 5,000 Bitcoin. 4,999 Bitcoin worth about $560 million also jumped from one unknown wallet to another. The timing is close to that 8,707 Bitcoin transfer, which makes you wonder if these are connected, maybe part of a wider reorganization by the same entity, or even an ETF custodian that is prepping wallets. Well, the structure looks similar too. BECH32 to BECH32, minimal trace history and no signs of exchange activity yet. Could it be over-the-counter desks squaring up books before volatility hits? It's totally possible. Or maybe someone's just rotating assets into a new cold wallet before year-end audits. Until these coins hit an exchange, there's no reason to panic, but if they start fragmenting into smaller outputs or landing at Binance or Coinbase, that's when the market might react. These kinds of whale transactions remind us how unpredictable Bitcoin liquidity can be. One moment it's calm, the next $1 billion ripple across the blockchain. Now let's go ahead and move on. Talking about the Bitcoin whale. So as of 2:04 p.m., that whale had closed out their position 500 million Bitcoin, and that was shorted over the last 2 hours on hyperliquidity. And I should clarify, at 2:04 p.m. Eastern time yesterday, October 14th. So here we are about a day later, and they had closed out a massive position, $500 million. And in addition to that, there's breaking a whale that was shorting. This was a little bit earlier today. Whale shorting Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Aster, Ethereum Classic for $600 million. Speculation, is this another Trump insider? So taking a look at this specific whale, we can see right here, this is actually live while I'm recording the video, that they do have 11 positions open. And this is very substantial. We're talking right here, total value pushing close to $250 million, nearly $250 million. The leverage is $613 million. Big, big money for sure. So then also breaking, another whale just opened a $140 million short on Bitcoin, and they were using a 5x leverage. Their liquidation is at $137,700, and they were already sitting at an $845,000 profit. So absolutely insane. And if we take a look at the price action that's going on in the charts, this whale, again, The liquidation is just sitting under $138,000, but that is quite a bit off from where we currently are. We're sitting at $111,318. So they have a lot of wiggle room, and it is down on the day. Bitcoin has pulled down. It's now the second day in a row that we're seeing this being red. So guess what? The insider whale opened another $140 million short position on Bitcoin. And people are wondering, is this the Bitcoin crash 2.0? So we could take a look at this address right here, 0xC2. And a little bit later on, they actually ended up starting to close all their positions. So initially, this one right here started at 6:24 a.m. And then we started seeing them closing it out at 1:13 p.m. And then lo and behold, looking at it now while I'm recording the video, assets, 0 positions opened. So no positions opened, they closed out everything, and total value is approximately $36 million. If you look at this just a little bit earlier, it was only 23.6 million. I know I say only because it's still a massive amount of money, but look at that huge spike up that took place right here around 4 a.m. So just boom, absolutely massive. In addition to that, BlackRock has deposited $153.4 million in Bitcoin over to Coinbase. Speculation would be more selling. Arkham, they also point out that 10 billion hyperunit whale moves $100 million into Binance. This is absolutely insane. The hyperunit whale who made $200 million shorting Bitcoin has moved $129 million of collateral into Binance. There has been speculation that he is continuing to short on Binance. He still holds roughly $300 million worth of USDC on chain, as well as $5 billion of Bitcoin and $5 billion of Ethereum staked. That is insane. Also breaking, a whale, so not just all selling, this was again a little bit earlier today, a whale bought 26,199 Ethereum, which was worth $106.7 million. So a lot of money that flowed into Ethereum. And then in addition to this, I talked a little bit about it in my previous video earlier today, which I recommend you guys go check that out as well. Arkham also reports that the United States government now holds $36 billion worth of Bitcoin. Their largest single seizure is sourced from Lubian Chenji, which is $14.1 billion. And with this, it makes them the 7th largest holder of Bitcoin. So the United States government has a massive amount of Bitcoin. Potentially, they could end up dumping on the market. We're already seeing a lot that's being dumped. So keep an eye on what the US government is doing with their Bitcoin holdings as well. So there's been a lot of action taking place over the course of the day. And I might even have another video coming up on the channel for the day. So do keep an eye out. Make sure you click the bell notification if you guys haven't yet. If you enjoy this content, make sure you hit subscribe. That's what I've got for you in this video. Thank you very much to my Patreon supporters as well as my YouTube members. And just let me know if you guys are interested in those. And I really appreciate your support. God bless, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.